Hi everybody, it's Carolyn Bloom from Bloom Handmade Studio, checking in with you from the studio to tell you all about my reversible embroidery on stockinette class. I'm really excited to be bringing this class to Barcelona Knits. I've been teaching it now for over a year and a half and have found it to be a really nice way to connect with fellow makers. Especially during the pandemic, being able to connect via Zoom and impart some of these techniques was really a wonderful way to stay connected with the knitting community. What I thought I would do is show you what we're actually going to do during class together, and then actually tell you how you will then be able to apply those techniques to your hand knits, be it those that you've actually made or perhaps some that you find from within your closet. So without further ado, I'm going to grab a swatch here. This is an example of the swatch that you will knit before class starts. Simple 33 stitches, knits, pearls, easy to knock out in no time flat. You'll do this, as I said, before class starts so that when we get on to Zoom together, you'll be able to embroider that swatch to look like this. Here's a cable motif on the right side, the knit side, that we'll stitch together. Once we do that, you'll flip that swatch right over and we'll do these stitches here on the wrong side, aka the purl side. So here's a pretty chevron motif that we'll stitch together. So the wonderful organizers from Barcelona Knits will send you the directions first on how to make the swatch, and then a couple of days before class, you'll get the instructions, a tutorial on how to do this stitching. It's not additional homework, it's what we'll do together during those 2 hours that I teach the class. So we'll accomplish this together during class on the swatch that you knit before class. Once you've done the class with me, what I'm hopeful you'll do is apply that technique to knits that you have either made or, as I said, perhaps you find in your closet. I know I have found a couple of pieces that were very plain that I've turned into go-to favorites because I've added some detail through this embroidery technique that I've grown to love. An example of how I've applied that is this piece. This is a pattern of mine called My Cowl Canvas. This is a super simple cowl that I knit and designed that has the embroidery on actually all 4 sides of the cowl. Here you can see front and back of the right side. These are the knit sides of these panels. And here I've taken 2 different cable motifs as my inspiration. But one of the things that I love about this particular cowl is that it is entirely reversible. And as you can see, here's the inside or the outside, depending on how you choose to wear it, of that same cowl. These are the purl bumps that I've stitched using some line art as my inspiration. And then here's the flip side of the back of the cowl, again turning to chevrons as my inspiration. So this is My Cowl Canvas. This is the first design that I put together that uses these techniques, I think, rather effectively. I also thought I would show you my sweater canvas. This is a pattern that I'll be releasing very soon. It also is designed with this technique in mind, with different corridors of plain knitting available to be embroidered. This is the inside, the purl side of the sweater, which I actually do love to wear as the outside because of this beautiful cable motif that was inspired by Nora Gone. This sweater too is also reversible, so you can turn this right side out like I am here and see additional places to add your embroidery. So for example, the sweater is designed with this lovely corridor along the top of the sleeve with a pretty cable motif, and then similarly up the inside of the arm all the way down past the armpit, down the torso of another cable motif. So as I said, once you've taken the class with me, you'll be able to apply those techniques to your knits. We'll talk about how I've done that over the past 2.5 years, lessons that I've learned. I'll share with you all of the things you absolutely should do, and equally important, those things that you shouldn't do to make sure that your finished piece is not just beautiful, but able to be worn in a comfortable way. I'm really looking forward to the class, and I hope you'll join me through Barcelona Knits in November. I'm looking forward to seeing you then.